Hello. I really don't know why I'm doing a video today. I don't have anything in particular to talk about, and I really don't know why I bother at all anyways, since like no one really watches this stuff or cares, so it's kind of pointless, really. But I guess I'm just another person on the internet who feels like for whatever reason they need to share thoughts. I don't know why. So today's been like a really blah day. Nothing interesting has been going on today, nothing fun. I don't think I really laughed at all today that I can recall, maybe briefly. Can't really think of anything. And today I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese, which is always a blast. And even though I'm always happy that Dirk gets to have fun with his friends and I enjoy the company, but yeah, not my favorite place in the world to go. So what am I blathering about? I really don't know. Things have just been blah. Lycia news. We have a t-shirt that's going into production next Monday, and that should be done like pretty fast, and as soon as it's finished it will be up for sale on Hello Merch. Any other Lycia news? We're also going to have some sold copies of signed copies of Cold, because it's the 20-year anniversary of that, and those are also going to be at Hello Merch. See my little hoot owl? Isn't he cute on a stack of books? Some of those books are my books. You should like really read them. Or not, whatever. Who cares? Nobody cares. That's the thing. Nobody gives a shit. So I don't know why I waste my time. Other than the fact that I love to write and I love the characters that I'm writing. Other than that, there's really no reason for me to bother. There's really no reason to bother with anything. Deep, man, deep. Went to the neurologist yesterday. That was very thrilling. I have this thing called a syrinx on my spine, and what happened was after I had my son, this is quite a while after, not that long, maybe 6 months afterwards or so, probably a little bit longer than that. I was sitting at my desk and my arms and legs were tingling and going numb and like had weakness in them, so I was freaked out. I went to the emergency room thinking I was having a stroke. They said I was dehydrated, which I think that's their go-to answer for anything. Anyway, long story short, my doctor sent me to neurologist a bunch of MRIs later because they were worried about MS. I found out I have this syrinx on my spine, which is normally the result of trauma, which I have not had trauma, but I did have to have a C-section, and they did put a needle in my spine, and it's right around the spot where the syrinx is, so I'm pretty sure that's what that's from. So I have a lot of back pain and weakness in my lower back, blah blah blah, more excuses not to be super active like I used to be. Before I got pregnant with my son, I used to go to the gym 6 and sometimes 7 days a week. I had a personal trainer. I had lost like 30 some pounds. I was like lifting like 100 pounds. I was really physically strong. Ooh, I just hit puberty. Better go drink of water. I don't want to be dehydrated. Like you can avoid that in Arizona. Anyway, so yeah, I was really physically strong, and I got pregnant, and that kind of stopped, which is my fault. But it is hard to go to the gym when you're pregnant. I'm not one of those people that's like an absolute freak about like physical fitness, and like I like it, but I'm not. I guess truth be told, I was probably using, hey, I'm pregnant, yay, let's not go to the gym and kill ourselves anymore, because I was killing myself. I was starving myself and, you know, working my ass off, which in some ways is good, in some ways just continues on the destructive path of low self-esteem and yada, 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 yada. But ultimately it was good. It was very good. What's the point of this? I don't know. I've been moving more towards a vegetarian / vegan lifestyle, trying to get back into that, because that was another thing. I was vegetarian, but also vegan a lot. I'm sure the hardcore vegans would be like, you're either a vegan or you're not, fuck you, blah, 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 you're a killer, a murderer, yada, yada, whatever. I'm so sick and tired of that militant attitude with everything, from religion to gun control to freaking alligators eating children, whatever. Everybody's so militant about everything, and it turns me off so bad, and I'm sure it turns off a million people. They won't even listen to what you have to say because you're a militant about it. Anyway, so I'm moving more towards back to vegetarianism and trying to get back into the vegan thing. And it's not as easy as people like to make it. In some ways it is. You think, duh, just do it. But first of all, I live in a household with 2 other people, and call it what you want, but I'm not going to force my child to eat a vegan diet, a strictly vegan diet, or strictly vegetarian. I feel like that's your right to choose your lifestyle. And he eats mainly vegetarian, but he does eat cheese, and he eats chicken nuggets and pizza with pepperoni on it. And some days he wants it, some days he doesn't want it. We eat a lot of veggie burgers, and we eat a lot of veggie nuggets, and yada yada, blah, blah, blah. But I'm working towards that again, and it makes me feel better because I'm more aligned with that mindset anyway, though I'm not hardcore about it. Like, God, look at the internet. It's scary. Some of the way people act on YouTube about being a vegan is disturbing, to say the least. They're like the Westboro Church of veganism. Talk about a turnoff. I mean, you look through their comments and you see all these people like saying, I just want to eat a hamburger in front of you. Well, that's the reaction you're going to get, and people don't even really mean what they're saying. You're just being such an asshole that's their gut instinct. It's kind of like when somebody tells you Superman's stupid, it makes me want to bust out my Superman shirt and go, well, fuck you. Like, I think that's people's inherent reaction when you attack who they are and what they do. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. It's just annoying to me, especially some of the really hateful things that I see. I mean, just that whole situation in Florida with the little kid and the alligator and whatever. Everybody's like calling the parents stupid and where were they and this, and like, can't accidents just happen? First of all, you go to Disneyland and you're staying in a resort that you expect to be safe. Everyone's like, well, there's water in Florida, you should expect for there to be alligators in it. If I'm staying in a resort that is promoting me to go in the water, because if you look online and do any amount of research, they have pictures for their resort with people and a sailboat in that very water where that little kid was drug into. Not only that, it's on a sandy beach with chairs a couple feet away, and the swimming pool's on the other side of it. So alligators leave the water. So again, I don't need to go into all that, but just some of the hate that I see people directing towards these poor people and this little child, it's mind-blowing to me. I don't want to be a part of a society like that, and I really wish that, there was a way for me to just take my family and the few people who are decent that I know and just like literally go live in a commune someplace. That would be amazing, but unfortunately that's not reality. So I've just been going on this like spree of hiding people on Facebook and in some cases deleting people because I'm so over just the negativity towards everything. Like, people have to argue over everything. I don't get it. Or like the friends who all they ever have is something sarcastic to say. And to me, that's just a passive-aggressive form of like, they're too big of a pussy to go, I just don't like you. So instead, they just make snarky comments on everything that you post. Now, I'm getting the same message either way, so you may as well just man up and say, I don't like you. I would respect that more than the passive aggressive crap that people do, I guess. Like, I'm the same here, Facebook, wherever, that I am in real life, and I guess people are just afraid to be themselves in the real world, so they go online and attack others or something. I'm so sick and tired of people. It's so aggravating to me. And I don't even know why I'm bothering to make these videos, because really like 3 people, maybe 3 people are gonna watch it. And that's fine, whatever. What else? Let me think of something fun. Fun. Game of Thrones was awesome, although I'm sure somebody will have some comment about that. That was really cool. Ramsay finally got taken care of, which I think was done in a pretty great way. Very sad when the giant, spoiler alert, when the giant died. What else? Congrats Cavaliers, that was an awesome game. I was literally freaking out and going in and out of the room because I was panicking. Being from the Northeast Ohio area and being a long-suffering fan of Cleveland sports, that was, it was great to see, and I was so happy for everybody that I know still lives back there. What else? Got my hair cut and colored finally after like 3 years. That was exciting, although I posted a meme today on Facebook, and it was like this lizard looking in a mirror, and it's like when you get your cape on at the salon and realize that you're like hideously ugly. It's so true. Like, I'm sitting there looking at myself in the mirror going, oh my god, what the hell? What happened? Not that I ever think I was attractive to start with, but whatever. Whatever! Hear the jam? Conway Twitty. I love Pandora. Okay, so I guess I got a book coming out called Violet Death, and it's the 4th book in the series, and from there it will kind of, after that book comes out, it's going to take a veer off towards some other characters who are related, but it's not going to be Violet directly. So anyways, Violet Death should be out probably in the next month, and right now it's being formatted. And because I paid somebody finally to do it for me, because I fucking hate formatting so much. And let's see, the shirt's coming out. That should be up probably, I'm guessing, next week. The new Lycia shirt. And I'll post another video about that when we get them. What else? Stop being jerks. None of you guys are jerks that watch my stuff, all 2 of you. You're all nice people. And that's awesome. Oh, I watched or listened to an interesting interview with Peter Steele this morning that I'd never heard before. That was pretty cool. It was like a radio interview, which was more just a conversation that this guy had with Peter, and I thought that was pretty entertaining. He sounded really good and had some interesting things to say. It kind of reminded me of a conversation I had with him about like apocalyptic type stuff. Because he talked a little bit about that stuff, and it reminded me of some of the bizarre conversation we had about that. What else? I don't know. I'm boring. I have nothing of any value to add to your life. So I'm sorry if you made it this far into this. I don't know why, but I appreciate your time and energy. And I hope you're all going to have a good day. Better one than I had, because I had a kind of not a bad day, just blah. Like, I want to be happy and fun, and I'm not, so that kind of sucks. This is a new matte lipsticks I got at Ross for, like, cheap, and I don't know why they called matte, because they have glimmer in them. Like, they're shiny, so whatever. Okay, I'm done. I love you guys. All 2 of you. Bye!